بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ثم بإسلام أحدهما يفرق بينهما وبمرافة أحدهما لا يفرق عنده خلافا لهما. So we speak about Muslim where Majusi marries his mother or his daughter. Right. Then with the Islam of one of them two, it will be separated between them two. So the moment one of them two accept Islam, you'll have to separate them. And with the one of them two raising the matter to the court, لا يفرق عنده, they will not be separated according to Imam Sahib, khilafan lahuma, contrary to Sahibin. So Sahibin say they'll still be separated when one of them two takes it to court. So what is the difference according to Imam Sahib? That's why why he says you don't have to separate them when one of them raises to the court. He says, والفرق أن استحقاق أحدهما لا يبطل بمرافة صاحبه. The difference is that the deserving of one of them two will not become batil with the raising of his companion. In other words, when the husband or the wife takes it to the court, the other one here will not, you won't impose that on him. Why? Is la yataghayyaru bihi i'tiqadu, because his belief didn't change with that. He still believes that it's permissible for him to marry his mother or his daughter. So remember, they're both still mushriks. It's just the one took it to court and saying, I want the ruling of Islam. Right, so they want out. And the other one, he's still persistent, the marriage must stay, and he's not going to court. So then Imam Sahib say, no, you don't separate between them. But in the case of Islam, amma i'tiqadul musirri bil kufri la yu'aridu Islam al muslimi. As of the belief of the one who's persistent on kufr, he will not be able to oppose the Islam of the Muslim. لأن الإسلام يعلو ولا يعلى, because Islam is high and nothing can be above it. All right. So now in the case where one of them accepts Islam, you separate between them. Right. But in the case where one of them raise it to court, then you won't separate, because they still mushriks. You understand it? All right. وَلَوْ تَرَافَعَا يُفَرَّقُ بِالْإِجْمَاعِ. And if they both raise it to court, then it will be separated with consensus. لِأَنَّ مُرَافَعَتَهُمَا كَتَحْكِيمِهِمَا. Because them both raising it to the court is like them making the court the arbitrator, right? And making the court the judge. So then there you'll have to now separate between them, right? ولا يجوز أن يتزوج المرتد مسلمة ولا كافرة ومرتدة. It's not permissible that a murtad marries a Muslima, no a kafira, no a murtadda, right? لأنه مستحق للقتل, because he is deserving of being killed. والإمهال ضرورة التأمل. So if he was deserving to be killed, why is he still alive? So the question is, so the answer to that is, and giving him some time, right? And give him a chance and give him some time is out of the necessity of him pondering, right? When nikahu yushghiluhu anhu, and nikah will distract him from pondering. So he's supposed to now, and can't get married to anyone, and he's supposed to be pondering, you understand, and get back to Islam. You understand it? Therefore, he's not allowed to marry. So therefore, it hasn't been legislated in his right. So he can't get married. وَكَذَا الْمُرْتَدَّةُ لَا يَتَزَوَّجُهَا مُسْلِمٌ وَلَا كَافِرٌ. And likewise, a murtadda woman, a Muslim, no a kafir man, can marry her. لِأَنَّهَا مَحْبُوسَةٌ لِلتَّأَمُّلِ, because she will be imprisoned to ponder. وَخِدْمَةُ الزَّوْجِ تُشْغِلُهَا, and the service of the husband will distract her from pondering. وَلِأَنَّهُ لَا يَنْتَظِمُ بَيْنَهُمَا الْمَصَالِحُ, and also because the benefits of nikah will not be arranged between them once she's locked up. You understand it? Once she is locked up, then what's the use getting married? Because there's no benefits of the nikah will take place. And here's an important usul. وَالنِّكَاحُ مَا شُرِعَ لِعَيْنِهِ بَلْ لِمَصَالِحِ. Nikah hasn't been legislated for itself, rather for its benefits. So this is a great usul here. You apply this now always when we're doing nikah cases. You apply this usul, because what it means here now is that you don't just stay in a marriage to say you're married. because the nikah is actually there for the benefits. So if the nikah, the marriage uh, becomes like you say completely rocky, no chance of survival, like you say hell on earth, then it's better to just opt out and live separately. Then it's more beneficial for the children also. فإن كان أحد الزوجين مسلما فالولد على دينه. If one of the spouses are a Muslim, then the children will be on his deen. وكذلك إن أسلم أحدهما. Likewise, if one of them accepts Islam, وله ولد صغير صار ولده مسلما بإسلامه, and he's got small children, then his children will become Muslim with his accepting Islam, right? So in other words, as long as one parent is a Muslim, the child will follow that parent, right? لأن في جعله تبعا له نظرا له, because in making the child tabi of the Muslim, that is compassion for the child. ولو كان أحدهما كتابيا والآخر مجوسيا فالولد كتابي. And if one of them two was a Ahle Kitab, right, and the other one is a fire worshipper, then the child will be the better of the two, which is a Kitabi. فالولد كتابي will be a Ahle Kitab, because they still closer to the Muslims than the fire worshippers. لأن في نوع نظر له إذا المجوسية شر منه, because in doing that there is a type of compassion for the child, because a fire worshipper is worse than a Kitabi, right? والشافعي رحمه الله يخالفنا فيه للتعارض. Imam Shafi he differs with us in it due to the contradiction. So what he's saying here is just he's saying that you rather make the child a Majusi. And the reason he gives for that, if you're going to make the child a Kitabi, and the child slaughters an animal, then that animal is halal. You understand? So therefore, it's safer to rather declare the child a Majusi. You understand it? You understand what he's saying? If you're going to say the child is a Kitabi, he says, right? And the child slaughters, or somebody wants to get married now. You can't marry the Ahle Kitab. The child wants to, you understand? So the child slaughters an animal, then that animal is halal. So you rather give preference, precaution will be that you give preference to tahrim. So you rather say no, the child is a Majusi, so if he slaughters an animal, the animal is haram. You understand it? What he's saying there. وَنَحْنُ أَثْبَتْ. It's like it's like opposing, because of the opposing factors. You understand? What are the opposing factors? Yeah, that's what I mentioned now. You understand it? If you take this scenario and take that scenario, then you're going to give preference to the tahrim. So you rather say he's a Majusi, and that though he's slaughtered is haram, then saying he's a Kitabi that is slaughtered will be halal, right? وَنَحْنُ أَثْبَتْنَا التَّرْجِيحَ, and we have established that giving preference out of compassion for the child. All right? All right. وَإِذَا أَسْلَمَتِ الْمَرْأَةُ وَزَوْجُهَا. This is already time up. Okay, leave it till there.